Hello tennis guys and welcome to my channel. So the new Babolat Pure Aero is coming. Actually it is here. It has been reviewed by Tennis Warehouse. It has been shown by Tennis Spin by Harry, my favorite tennis YouTuber right now. So great job Harry. Thanks for everything you're doing for the tennis community. It is so good. Your content is always funny, and in this video I will talk about the changes for the new Pure Aero and for the whole line, and there are lots of new information and quite a lots of big changes to the racket, to the series. So guys, stay tuned.
I don't know what can happen in the future, but I'm gonna keep fighting to try to keep going. So many thanks. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
So obviously I don't have the racket with me because the racket itself is coming out about on 25th of August according to Tennis Warehouse information. So I had to gather all the information from the other tennis guys and Tennis Warehouse website, Tennis Warehouse podcast. A very interesting podcast was there. You can watch it on a Tennis Warehouse YouTube channel, and it was a tennis talk about the new Pure Aero tennis rackets with Babolat Global Marketing Manager and expert on rackets Olivier Carlier with Michelle from Tennis Warehouse. And during this interview, I will put link below in the description so you can watch it. Definitely watch it because it is like 45 minutes long, and there is a lots of information about the Pure Aero series. How has it evolved? What are the production? Let's say what is the production line? How does it work when you produce a new tennis racket? How long does it take? And what are the changes for the new Pure Aeros? What are the plans for the new Pure Aeros? And lots of great information. So first of all, I will start with the look of the new Pure Aero. So the biggest change obviously is that it skipped the banana yellow, as Harry from Tennis Spin says always. So no more banana yellow on this racket. The racket is similar to the VS, the Pure Aero VS racket, and that's not a coincidence. We will talk about it a little bit later. So obviously the color is different. There are some, let's say, fragments created on the frame. It makes the racket looks fresh, modern, urban-like, and the biggest difference is the finish. So now the racket is glossy. So that's a great news. I like when the finish is glossy because it is more smooth in your hand. So when you're rotating the racket in your hand, it is much more smooth. The feel for the frame is better. So now the racket will feel like a pro stock racket because the pro stocks are, in most cases nowadays, they are glossy. So players like that feel, just a better feel for the racket in your hand. So these are the biggest changes in the looks, in the design. Now we will go for the specifications. So I closely watched the first look video on Tennis Spin channel. I borrowed a picture I made a picture from the video so you can see the specs. So the specs are the same, but there is a new biggest difference in the string pattern. So now the string pattern is Still 16 by 19, but it is tighter. What does it mean? Less free power, but more control. And one more thing is greatly different, or quite greatly different, or let's say different to the previous generation of Pure Aero, and that is the stiffness. So the stiffness jumped down from 67 RA to 65. So now the racket will feel more flexible, more plush, let's say more, it will have a little bit more comfort in the hitting, because for some people maybe the 67 RA was too high. What changed also is the swing weight. So the swing weight is now only 318. With the previous version it was 324. So what does it mean? Now the racket will be more maneuverable. So the maneuverability will be better with this racket. So you will swing faster with this racket. And I know why they made it, because if you make the string pattern tighter, you need to make the racket, let's say, quicker in your hand, so you can generate more power yourself. And that makes sense. The 318 swing weight, it's just perfect for my style of play. The 324 for the previous generation, it was a little bit too high for my taste. But now the racket will feel more control oriented, as the guys from Tennis Warehouse stated in their review. So you can watch the Tennis Warehouse review for this racket for the 300-gram version right now. I will put a link below in the description. So third point, technology. What has changed in the technology? So there is a new technology that is called the NF2 technology. It utilizes new flex fibers. So in the frame, within the graphite, there are some new flex fibers that are used also in other industry, like I think the Olivier Carlier mentioned skateboarding, for example, making skateboards. So flex fibers, obviously putting more flex into the racket. That's why the racket is more flexible. So it will a little bit dampen the vibrations, and the flex fibers are in the handle and in the upper hoop to make the racket, let's say, more smooth and more easy on your hand. So that is the biggest difference in the technology. The other technologies are there from the previous generation, so no changes there. So actually with this new version, some people stated that we are coming back to the roots of the Pure Aero. We are coming back to the Aero Pro Drive feel, to the Aero Pro from 2013. So it was one of the best rackets. RAFA still uses the racket nowadays. It just has a different paint job, but he's, according to many reports, he's still playing with the 2013 Aero Pro Drive, and this new Pure Aero is going to be similar to that, many people say. Guys, and the last point is the let's say most surprising in all of these points I mentioned. So according to the Olivier Carlier from the global marketing manager from the Babolat global marketing, he says that they will skip the new Pure Aero VS and they will come out with a Pure Aero 98. And that's why the design is quite similar to the current Pure Aero VS. And this information kind of shocked me. But if you look at the marketing, at the paper sheet that comes with the racket, so Harry from Tennis Spin mentioned that there are 3 players on the sheet. So there is Fernandez, there is Alcaraz, and there is Felix Auger-Aliassime. But where is Rafa on the paper? Yes, he's still there. If you look closely, he is back. He is a little bit in the shadow. He can be seen in the shadow behind these new young players. And what does it mean? It means that Rafa will get his own, once again, his own version of the Pure Aeros, his own collection, like now. So he received the Pure Aero RAFA collection for the previous generation with a different paint job, but now probably the new Pure Aero RAFA version will not only have different cosmetics but also a little bit different specifications, because the global marketing manager told the Tennis Warehouse that they are creating kind of a new line of these rackets, and they will separate it in 3 sections. So he mentioned that there will be 3 categories of the Pure Aero. So there will be one category for fast spinners. I believe for fast spinners, this will be the regular Pure Aero 300 gram. Then a middle category for strong spinners. For strong spinners, this will be the, let's say, the Pure Aero 98. The current Pure Aero VS will change to Pure Aero 98. And all these rackets, they will have the same design. Only the differences will be in the specifications and in the head size. And there is a 3rd category he mentioned, and that's the RAFA category. And that will be the rackets for heavy spinners. But no other information on that. He just mentions, just look at the video, he just mentions secretly that Rafa will get his own collection, and he mentions that it will be for heavy spinners. And when he says that, it means that there will be some slightly differences, I believe, in the specifications. And I believe there will be differences in the string pattern. The strings pattern for the RAFA version actually will be, for my point of view, will be more open for the biggest possible spin. So these are really some cool and new informations. I'm not sure what they will do with the VS collection or the VS rackets. Will they skip them forever, or will they create once again some new collection that will sport the VS name? Who knows? Maybe they will even come with a new Aero Pro Drive RAFA. So that would be really cool. That would be really interesting to see that they are kind of reviving one of their best sellers from 2013, and they will dedicate that specially for Rafael Nadal. So guys, so the new Pure Aeros, there is lots of new stuff coming out. Obviously there are changes also for the lighter versions. Actually, the lighter versions of the Pure Aero, they will be stiffer according to the brand manager, and they will have more open string patterns. So the tighter string pattern is only for the 300 gram version for a better control. So yeah, and the RA is softer now. But for the lighter rackets, they will be still very stiff and with a more open string pattern. So guys, Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new Pure Aero 2023? Do you like it, the design? Do you like the new things, the new stuff, the new string pattern, the new flex fibers, the fact that the racket has a lower swing weight, it is more flexible, it feels like a more control-oriented racket, but with less free power? Yes, I believe it makes sense. It makes sense because the latest Pure Aeros, some people said that they were too powerful. They were powerful, maybe like the Pure Drives. So maybe they just want to add some extra precision for the modern style of play. Let me know what you think about the new 3 categories they are creating for the fast spinners, for strong spinners, and for heavy spinners. It's still kind of secret how will they make that, what these rackets will go into these specific categories. We will have to wait, but the biggest news, I believe, is that there will be no more Pure Aero VS. There will be a Pure Aero 98. Wow, just wow. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, just leave me a comment, click the thumbs up button. If you didn't like the video, click the thumbs down button. Of course you can, but once again, if you put the thumbs down, just leave me a comment. Why? Because I don't know why. Sometimes there are thumbs down but no negative comments, so I don't know why. Maybe you don't like me, maybe you don't like my glasses, or yeah, maybe you don't like I'm Czech, maybe I have bad English, I speak too slow. But I'm trying so hard, guys. I'm trying so hard. Every time I'm trying to improve everything. So guys, if you want to support my channel greatly, just buy me a coffee. Yeah, it is here. And I'm still with the coffee with honey, but without caffeine. So yeah, coffee without caffeine, it makes me feel more fresh than with the caffeine. Because the caffeine will make you kind of dizzy later, and you will need a new dose of caffeine. And the new dose of caffeine, I don't need the caffeine, I just need the taste of the coffee. So if you want to support my non-caffeine habit, non-caffeine coffee habit, just buy me a coffee. The link is below in the description. And thank you very much for watching, for subscribing, for commenting. It's great to be part of your tennis adventure, your tennis community. And guys, I forgot to mention, I created a Facebook page, Tennis Guy, with a Tennis Guys community website or page. I also have the Tennis Guy website. There will be some new articles in the future that are not covered in my YouTube channel. So check it out, and thanks for watching. Thank you very much. And don't forget to enjoy tennis, play tennis every time, every day, and enjoy the maneuverability.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!